Okay, traders, welcome back to the Price Action Labs YouTube video. Here we're going to be going over the final series of the order flow videos, right? So in this video, we're going to be going over something very special. We're going to be starting with the higher time frames, as some people have requested, and then we're going to go down to the lower time frames. So on the higher time frames here on the Nasdaq, we're going to be going over, sorry, not Nasdaq, actually, let's do ES. I prefer ES over Nasdaq, right? So here on ES, we're going to be going over very, very basic kind of market structure. We're going to be going over how you can go from higher time frame down to lower time frame, right? So the first thing you want to understand is your market structure, right? So our market structure is as follows. We had a structural high, we had a structural low, right? So I'm just going to be marking out the structure the way I see it, right? So with market structure, you want to be about 80% correct, right? Compared to this, you can have a slightly different market structure to me, but you will find that we will often end up at the same results, right? So we have our market structure highs and lows. We have a break over here. And now from here, we've had a break over here. Now, this is interesting to understand. This is very, very interesting. Well, we're going to be going over a trade on Monday, the 27th of January, time of recording, right? So why did we have such a sell-off over here? So it's important to understand this, right? Let's look at market structure again very, very closely. So we had a structural high and we had a structural low down here. Now, this here was the structural break, right? This here was a structural break, and we're above this area. When we're above and high, we can expect a pullback, right? This is very, very basic kind of market structure, right? So when it comes to market structure, you want to understand how we are actually looking at it from a basic level, because we have a high pullback, high pullback, high pullback, and now we've had a high, right? So now from here, we are simply looking for a pullback because we're above this all-time high or above this high. So whenever you have a high, you are looking for some kind of a pullback, and that's exactly what was going on over here, right? So whenever you take trades, you want to understand where you are in terms of basic market structure. Very important to understand this. Now from here, we have a dealing range, right? So a dealing range is simply the most recent structural high